me now?
Oh, you good?
I fucked up my knee.
I don't even know how you got upside down to begin with.
I did.
Why?
Oh man, I got up there, and then I put my feet on the window carousel, and I just dangled down. Like I was on the side of a wall. I put my feet right up there, and then I just dangled.
What is wrong with you?
I thought it was good entertainment, and it was.
It was definitely good entertainment. Wow. All right. Well, let's get into it then.
Bro, what the fuck?
Whoa!
Yeah. Pain. Yeah. Ay. I just wanna touch the top. Baby said that she in love and she don't love a lie. Been chillin' with all the bros, I've been above the spot. Shawty said that things change, well it does a lot. Hey, watching out the payment, man, the sun is high. Yeah, lost inside the heart, but it's emerging right. I've been out the way and I'm good. I can find my home. Everything I said it was is not. Yeah, Jamaica, how you layin'? Yeah, you ain't say no, what you saying, baby? I lost you, but who's paying? Don't know why you hit my phone, why you playing? Yeah, I can't handle it without the trusting. Yeah, I can see the top, I wanna touch it. Yeah, yeah, we been getting money, no discussion. Now I don't let it top, and shorty always get the fussy. Yeah, hey, I like to cruise on it. Say she like the way I sound and how I groove on them. I been steady dodging bullets, how I move on them. But he talking out his neck and not a crew on them. Yeah, and I'm sliding. Shawty like the vibe, don't want the ride to end. Yeah, right. To the nice end, yeah, yeah. To the nice end, I can always keep the cool, I'm never fighting. Man, I love is all the cake without the icing. Now I found new love, different pricing. And it won't cost my soul, no devices. Yeah, I ain't got a plan for it, I'm the man for it. Still, Brody couldn't stand for it, it's very important. I've been off the edge, I've been feeling the wind blowing. I can lose my head and my heart, but they been gone. I just hit the edge of stairs when it's dead time. I just lost promises, I regret mine. I just gained a lot of love on the west side. I'm the go, but I would never be the best guy. You might take me out of business like a Best Buy. Talk about the go to maybe soon, I know that's right. Yeah. Talk about the go to maybe soon, I know that's right. Thinking about the future, looking good and it's the best side. I remember.
No. Welcome.
Welcome back, everybody, to Ride the Tide Sports Podcast. What is going on? It's a lovely Saturday in Michigan. It's beautiful. It's supposed to get more beautiful all weekend and week long next week. It is Mother's Day weekend here for Ride the Tide Sports Podcast, Season 2, Episode 30, and we have some breaking news to talk about starting off today's podcast, and it involves tonight's UFC event, and that is with Charles Oliveira. So we're going to start off this podcast with some absolutely breaking news. Charles Oliveira has been stripped of his title because he could not make weight by half a pound. And what that means for UFC fans tonight is that tonight in the what was going to be championship fight, Charles Oliveira does not have the opportunity to win back his title. And the only thing that could happen is Justin Gaethje wins the belt if he wins the fight. But if Justin Gaethje loses the fight and Charles Oliveira wins the fight, then Charles Oliveira just remains the number one contender and will then have another fight to see if he can retain his title. Now, with that being said, and the table has been set, everyone knows what's going on. we will cut to Luke and Dylan, whoever wants to go first here, on this Oliveira being stripped of his title situation.
Well, I
Dylan,
guess I'll go.
it's too hurt to go first.
I guess I'll go first.
I'm just sad.
Well, you see, as a champion in the UFC, you have a responsibility. No matter what, you do kind of have to keep up with your weight and really make weight, even though it is kind of dumb, over half a pound, and he has been stripped. There's still a responsibility at the end of the day, but it's also you can make an argument of how stupid it is. Because it's just a half a pound. Most people don't really. I mean, you can hear a lot of people on social media right now just calling for how stupid it is, and they really could care less about the half a pound. But not the UFC. They got to be strict. Otherwise, other champions will try to accidentally miss weight by a half a pound. I don't know. They have to be strict on this shit. Otherwise, the other champions will try and take advantage of it because it could potentially keep them the belt by missing weight. But now you miss by half a pound, you lose the belt, and the other person can still take it. What about you, Dylan?
Okay, so let's just pull the bias off. I'm sad. I'm just hurt. I'm just fucking hurt, bro. This shit is just, yeah, to the point where it makes me want to fucking cry. It's that bad. It's like if this was McGregor and Luke. It's the same type of scenario. I am not mad that he missed a half a pound and that he's being stripped because rules are rules. That's weight classes, and that's fair. And I agree with Luke because I think that if you don't do this, people will cheat and they will make it a thing. And do I think Oliveira, this was his plan to do? Fuck no, it wasn't.
Absolutely not.
He got stripped of the fucking title, so he wasn't clearly trying to do anything about it, like what Luke was trying to say that people would do in the future. But I agree, that's why you should take
what I was understanding was he thought he was on weight, but that man was given time to lose the weight and couldn't.
Hey, let me ask you a question, Jesse. You would know better because I remember when you were grinding in the fucking gym. If someone said you had one night to cut half a pound and you're a UFC fighter, how difficult is that?
No, it's not.
You can cut a half a pound pretty quick. You can cut half a pound in water weight.
He got that shit. How could he not cut half a pound?
He had an hour.
Dylan, when you miss
weight,
him
1 hour.
You're given an extra hour to lose that weight.
How could you not cut half a pound in a fucking hour?
That's what it comes to. That's what also
Nigga,
other people
you
argue.
have to sweat so much.
Yes, you do. You have to kill yourself, and that's what other people are arguing. It's like, are we really doing this over half a pound to have our fighters kill ourselves more than they already are? Because a lot of people who do the weight cuts are in horrible fucking condition when they come out on the scale, especially when they still have to lose weight. They're in just horrible condition. To the point, that's why there's a lot of fighters who literally drop down in the middle of that and have to go to the hospital sometimes.
No, I hate it. I mean,
so
I hate it, but
that's why a lot of people are freaking out too.
All right, but now let me go to the other side. Let me go to the side where I'm going to try to fucking flip that shit out of it, because if I really look at it and I break it out of my head, okay, and I go, Oliveira's still the champion, things would still be set in stone to where if he never lost it. And here's what I'll say. If Oliveira beats Justin Gaethje, fuck it. When Oliveira beats Justin Gaethje tomorrow, because after that press conference that I saw, this boy has never been more fired up for a fucking fight than I've seen in the past 6-7 months.
That fight's today.
Did I say it wasn't today?
You said tomorrow.
Oh, shit. Well, then, yes, today. When he does beat him, he would be going on to face the next contender, and it won't be Dustin again. It won't be Gaethje. It will be Islam. Therefore, it would be Islam versus Oliveira for the lightweight championship that would be vacated. If Oliveira would have never lost it, it would be the same fight, just Oliveira as the champion. So in my head, you know what I mean? That helps because it makes it more set in stone. My biggest thing is, I think Gaethje's fucked now because Oliveira doesn't really have anything to lose now. He doesn't have the title to lose now. If he wins, he doesn't have the title. If he loses, he doesn't have the
He
title.
just gained a
But-
massive amount.
But you
of
also just said
motivation.
that he does have the title still. He just doesn't physically have the
I'm
title.
saying, like,
He's still number one.
He is still number one, and that's the biggest thing. Is that helps? You know what I mean? It was half a pound, and don't worry, bro. Oliveira is gonna have his rematch with the scale. I don't know at 278 or 279, but Oliveira versus the scale for the lightweight championship. We gotta make that shit happen. Cause fuck the scale.
Hey man, if he stays winning, it's like he never ultimately lost the belt in the first place.
That's what I like, but it doesn't matter because Oliveira's
But
gonna win.
there
today.
is an issue when it comes to Islam Makhachev because
I
that's
gotta be
going to
an
be a
obnoxious
problem. That's
cockhead.
going to be a good fight.
It's gonna be a
It's going
great
to be a
fight.
really good fight.
I need
But he
this
has to
man
get
right
past
here.
Gaethje first.
I need this man right here, the undisputed lightweight champion, to stay the undisputed lightweight champion, and then continue to prove everyone that even though it may not say statistically that he is, he's still the lightweight champion.
All right, with that being said, we are going to run through UFC 274. For those of you that might have missed our last podcast, we're just going to run through the 5 fights real quick and then give our picks for who we think is going to win those fights. That and
By
more
picks,
coming
do you
up
mean
next.
you and Jesse?
It ain't what you doing. I'm talking in guap, now I'm speaking in fluent. When I hit the road, I won't leave till I do it. Acting out of hand, I'm like, be what you doing. We started off good, can't believe that we ruined it, yeah. I tried to fix with a sewing kid, yeah. I tried to fix it, you know I did, yeah. I tried to fix it, you know I did, yeah.
No, Dylan, I did not mean just me and Jesse. I meant everyone. Like I said, if you missed our last podcast, then we're going to go through the picks.
We're shooting him again.
Like I said, Dylan
Well,
doesn't comprehend words
I didn't
sometimes,
know
but
he
that's
did.
okay.
It's okay, but he'll understand this. Fight number 1.
Oops.
Donald Cerrone, minus 165. We're going against Jory Lazan, plus 140.
I had Cerrone by decision to start, but after now hearing that this is potentially the last time he ever fights, I'm going to take him by knockout.
Jesse, who you got?
I just got Cerrone.
That's facts, man. So do I. I also got Cerrone. Luke, what do you got?
Well, Dylan said it. This could be his last fight. He said word for word, I'm going to let the dog eat for one last time. Give me Cerrone.
All right, fight number 2.
Fight number 2, we have Mauricio Rao, plus 190, going against Ovin St. Preux,
All right, this is where we start to split.
minus
because
250.
I know that I'm taking Rua on the upset. That's my pick. And I'm not wrong. I think Luca's different. But...
Yep.
Jesse, who you got? He's researching.
All right, I'm going to take Ovin St. Preux because Jesse didn't take anybody.
He's researching. I'm guessing.
While he's still researching, I'll
Yeah,
give
yeah,
you...
yeah.
Oh, is he still researching?
Mm-hmm.
He's
All right, I'll
still.
give you All right, give me Ovitz. This man is not going to get upset. This man's going to decimate Dylan's fucking person, and I'm going to get a notch on the fucking record.
Jesse,
God
you're
damn
out
it.
of time.
You're muted too.
And you're muted. You're a mess.
Not saying any of that. Rua. I'm gonna take Rua. I like how he looks on the takedown.
Ah.
Okay, likes how it looks on the takedowns. All right, fight number 3, Michael Chandler and Tony Ferguson.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
Yeah.
I mean, we've talked about this as much as we can. I think everyone.
Right, so who do you have?
Michael Chandler by decimation. Decimation.
Chandler just gonna
Yep.
rattle him.
Michael Chandler. Yeah, it's Tony. Come on.
Tony, but Tony is fucking washed up. This might be the fucking time he gets KO'd early in the fight. Give me Chandler first round KO.
Absolutely huge prediction. First round KO
Wow.
there. Moving on to the co-main event, we have Rose Namajunas taking on Carla Esparza.
All right.
Namajunas at minus 225 and Esparza at 185, according to Vegas.
A rematch. 8 years in the making, and I think Rose has been thinking about this shit for 8 years. I said it last time, I'll say it now. What's going on, Dev? Tony with the upset.
It's too early in the morning to be drinking, young buck.
You're drunk, bro.
Are you
what?
Yeah, Thugga is exactly what I was about to say. Thug Rose is about to get her 8 years of thinking about beating the shit out of Carla Esparza and should have won the Ultimate Fighter. Get back revenge on her tonight for the title. Completely different fighter than last time. I think Thug Rose didn't show it.
Rose finna give her smoke.
I like Rose Namajunas. Maybe not first round, but I like this fight not to go to a decision. I like Rose on the knockout.
You know, I love me some Thug Rose Namajunas. But I'd be lying to you if I said I wasn't a little bit worried against Carla Esparza. She's a dangerous fighter. She just marches on and keeps walking down and tries to get you. But she ain't gonna get fucking Thug Rose because she's Thug Rose. Give me Thug Rose.
All right, moving on to the main event, we have Charles Oliveira taking on Justin Gaethje, where Justin Gaethje is the only person that can come out of this with the belt around their waist. Dylan, who do you got?
Okay, I just want to say this. I had Oliveira by decision officially before, or maybe submission. But now I am 100% taking Charles Oliveira to win by KO after the circumstances that have now been put in place. Give me Charles by knockout. It's going to be a great one.
Oliveira by in the third round.
By in the third round. Take it. Luke.
Listen, this man got a whole bunch of motivation, has nothing to lose now on this fight. Oh my God, Oliveira is going to hunt Justin Gaethje's back down. Take it. Even if it's on the feet, choke his ass the fuck out and end this fight quick.
Yes, Luke. Yes. Fuck yes. I love that you're on Oliveira. No. Fuck you. You're going to do what you did last time with the fucking, you're going to do what you did with Masvidal and Sterling and the Sterling fight. Oh, fuck you. I know what you're going to do. You're going to take fucking Gaethje.
So this man says that he has nothing to lose. Well, he's going to lose something tonight. He's going to lose that coveted title because Justin fucking Gaethje is going to knock his lights out and he's going to say, the dream's over, buddy. You should have made the weight. You should have done everything right because now you're doing everything wrong. I'm taking Justin Gaethje by knockout in the third or fourth round. I think it'll be a pretty decent fight. I would hate for it to go to decision because I hate the judges. So I'm taking Justin Gaethje to win by knockout. I'm the only one. Feel free to go with me because
don't.
if Dylan
No,
on the same side, guys. Just
right
look at the facts, all right? Look at the facts.
Judges have been a little whack this year.
Very. And they were the reason that I got that last one right. I told y'all some bullshit would happen. And boom, judges say, hey, Ty, there is some bullshit. But this time it's not bullshit. I'm going with the knockout.
After now, I was about to say, after what has transpired, the title not being on the line, the situation that it is, there's no way. Second round KO, Oliveira. Thank you, Devin. This is why you are my best friend. Zach, this is why I still don't fuck with you right now.
Yes,
so
Zach.
Yes, Zach.
I will see you here tonight for the fight, Zach.
So,
yes, sir.
About right.
Yes, sir. And that's what we got for UFC 274 tonight, guys. UFC 274. Make sure you tune in, and there's the picks if you want them. So if you want them, there they are. If not, that's fine. Next up, we got the MLB update with McBilly. We're going to keep all the boys in here, though, starting with Acuna is back. This man absolutely yoked one last night. Damn near fell over. Hit this ball 450 fucking feet.
That's why I wanted to point it out. His first bomb back, he hit it 450. When he looked up to see where the ball was, he was on his back. As he swung so hard that he fell over completely and looked up, and the ball went 450 feet dead center.
Oh, he's back, boys.
Bro. And I think he might be on some shit better than ever, which is quite scary to say if you are any other team that's in the same division as the Braves, because the Braves have been under 500 this year. They have not been the World Series champions they were last year. Injuries have bit in the ass. So I think Ronald's going to be a big piece to get them out of that little slump they're in and back to fucking championship baseball.
No, definitely. And I believe this is Dylan's Player of the Week coming up next because I just got a picture of his stats.
Yes,
and that
you did.
man
Yes,
goes
you did.
by the name of Christian Yelich.
Yelich is batting .417, 3 home runs, 8 RBIs, 1.392 OPS, and is playing like the NL MVP he was 2 years ago. Yelich is on a fucking roll right now. He has been playing great baseball all year. Since he hit his first home run, it's been very hard for him to stop. And I love when Yelich is on this MVP ball because when Yelich is playing good baseball, baseball's fun to watch. So shout out Christian Yelich for the Milwaukee Brewers Player of the Week. Moving on to the next piece of news. This one is something that is going to be going down as one of the greatest what-ifs. Oh, my bad. This is something else. This could also go down as one of the greatest
what-ifs. Is one of the greatest what-ifs.
What if the Phillies knew how to just pitch, just regularly? And they were going into the 9th inning of 7-1 over the Mets, and everyone in their right mind is going, what other game is on? And then all of a sudden the game hits 7-3. And you're like, okay, see what happens. And the game's 7-4, runners on second and third, 1 out. That's when I told myself the game was over because J.D. Davis, fucking Minecraft Steve, came up to the plate, and everyone knew he wasn't going to do shit. Somehow doubles went down the line, 2-run score. All right, we got a 2-run game. Now all of a sudden Brandon Nimmo's getting hits. All right, now we have a tie game. Janikowski scores. It's now 7-7. Then Marte comes up to the plate. Go ahead double. It's now 8-7. Wait a damn minute. The Mets just scored 7 runs in the 9th inning, and the Phillies just blew this lead. And that's how the game ends. So I want to start off by making 2 points, and then I'll go to you guys. 1, the Mets are playing the best baseball they've played since they went to the World Series back in 2014, I believe, or 2013. And 2, the Phillies are finding new ways to fuck shit up this year. And I know Tyler, being the advocate of how much you hate Philly sports, this has to be great for you. I know you like
definitely. Philadelphia, like I say all the time, is just the city of hot garbage sports, and this is just some more hot garbage for Philadelphia to fuel the fire, the dumpster fire that they are. So that is how I feel.
That is But the last thing is, this is arguably going to be the greatest what if in baseball history, in my opinion, because there was a Reddit tweet that was sent out that said this, and I quote, "During the Friday, May 6th game against the Pirates, I will be scaling the wall to defecate in the bed of the Toyota Tundra. If anyone can take photos of me, I'd appreciate it." That would be the big truck that the Reds have in the outfield. You know how the Tigers have 2 cars in their center field on their thing? The Reds have a truck. Bro said he was going to climb it and take a shit in the car. That game got postponed yesterday and is now going to be rescheduled. So right now, this is one of the biggest what-ifs that could have happened because the Reds are 3-23 and are dog shit, and I believe that this was actually going to happen.
And the owner's son came out with a statement like 2 weeks ago and was like, "Oh, like you guys don't want to like come to the field, like whatever, like don't come, like you don't want to come watch baseball, like whatever." Like he like does not care about the fans, so it's time for them to sell the team.
3-20. I'd rather watch.
This was like beginning of the year, buddy pal, not yesterday.
Well, at the same time, that organization is. I'm just tanking, and then there's this. This is tanking bad on a different level.
I don't think it's on purpose either.
That's the problem.
That's why it's bad.
They're not trying to be this bad, man.
They're not intentionally fucking doing it.
No, and that makes it that just that much worse for them, to be honest.
Also,
but
the last
next
piece of news I wanted to point out real quick. Just
you got
because
more.
Luke would be happy. Luke, the Diamondbacks are over 500, and every team in that division is over 500.
I was gonna bring something up about that because I wanted to give a little special shout out to them because in their last 10 games they are 8-2. They're fucking rolling.
I don't know what's going on.
They're competing in the West in the National League. They are still in last place, but they're fucking they have San Francisco on the ropes.
Any other division, they're in third. I'm going to be honest with you.
Yeah, let's be real.
They're competing this year, boys.
They are. They got Zach Gallen. They got Madison Bumgarner playing like he did in the Giants.
I told you
they're fixing to do something stupid this year. that umpire that threw out Bumgardner that we talked about last podcast, he had a whole statement about how he apologized and that he shouldn't have been staring at him and he was checking his hand too long and that he was the entire reason that situation escalated. Like, yes, we know.
Yeah. Okay, I will say
He
this.
owned up to it.
It's okay. It's okay. I'm gonna say this. I'm glad he had the fucking balls to come out and admit it. Because there's other people out there that will just stick with their shit and be like, no, fuck him. He fucking instigated that shit. It's his fault.
No, I agree.
Yeah, it's like the Armando Galarraga situation in Detroit where we had the ump crying because he's an ass fuck.
Right.
But sometimes umps are just ass fucks, you know? I mean, I don't know how else to say it. They are what they are.
Sometimes people be humans.
They're god awful. But we do have to move on to a sport that me, Dylan, and Luke are both wearing, even though me and Dylan are both wearing a team that's not very good and did not make the playoffs. We have an NHL playoff update to get into here. So without further ado, let's talk playoffs. All right. So the Edmonton Oilers take a 2-1 series lead. I just want to start by mentioning that none of the games that went down on Friday night were like remotely like close in final scores. Like that's one of the weirdest things I've ever seen. Like
I was gonna say that Tampa Toronto was close.
It's almost
but
never
they
ends.
got 2 empty net goals.
Yeah, it almost never ends. Like every game is a 2-goal game. Like it was weird. It was really weird. But with that being said, the Edmonton Oilers took a 2-1 series lead.
Evander Kane hat trick?
Yeah. What?
Mm-hmm.
Evander Kane showing up in the playoffs? Edmonton showing up in the playoffs?
I'll tell you what.
Excuse me, 8-2?
In clutch moments?
Let me tell you why. Because I seen some shit. How the LA Kings staff for the Edmonton's morning skate was not turning on the lights and giving them the nest to start their practice.
What?
And I said, oh my God, rip the Kings tonight. What happens? They get clapped 8-2.
Wow, I did not know that happened. They
blame that on the staff for that loss.
Yeah, they pissed off the other team. That is not good. That's not a good way to go for sure.
I felt bad for the Kings players because I was like, they didn't deserve to have to deal with that shit.
Right, exactly. The next series up, Bruins win Game 3 over the Carolina Panthers, taking the series to 2-1 Carolina. The final score was 4-2, and the next game, Game 4, will also be played in Boston. You can't sleep on Boston, guys.
You can't.
I caught that.
They're still a dangerous fucking team in playoffs, but they've been sleeping hard to start the playoffs.
What did you catch?
You in the wrong sport. You said the Carolina Panthers.
Oh, did I? Damn. Hurricanes. The Hurricanes. I must have said Panthers. Do you have any comments other than my mistake?
Sorry. The Bruins, man, they're not going to win this series. So can they just give up? They're scaring my bracket.
No, because they're helping my bracket look more like it's supposed to. So I think that I have to disagree with you on this one.
Yeah, but you're the one that said that your bracket was the shit show.
Yeah, well, it is what it is because it is what it is. So let's let Zach Fuller take us into the next one because Tampa is going to choke, he says. We'll see about that. But the next game up, the Toronto Maple Leafs beat the Tampa Bay Lightning in Game 3 to take a 2-1 series lead with a final score of 5-2. And Campbell was the one that shined in Game 3. Great goaltending for Toronto in this one. How do we feel about this series so far? 2-1 Toronto. It's not honestly something I thought I'd see. I was kind of dreaming a little bit.
Go to the
one.
Listen, this game with the 5-2 end score, that's just throwing what the game actually was out to the side because it was a 3-2 hockey game until Tampa started to pull their goalie to try and get that last fucking goal in, and that's when they popped their 2 extra goals to make it 5-2. So is that really a big fucking blow because empty net goals? Nah. But this is what I kind of expected. Game 1, Toronto blows out Tampa. Game 2, opposite happens. Tampa blows out Toronto. Then we got a close ass fucking game that ends with a couple empty net goals, which kind of saw coming. This is going to be a good series down to the fucking last game. This is going to be back and forth. I never thought it was going to be easy for Tampa in this series. They're taking this one. They're going to have to take this one in game fucking 7.
7.
It might be a 7-game series.
It's going to might push it to 7.
It's shaping out that way for sure. If the Leafs get a 3-1 series lead, that'll definitely be scary for Tampa Bay fans. But we have other games to talk about, other
They
series
will.
to talk about.
3-1 lead. Here, it's coming next game.
I mean,
Yeah,
if anyone's going to blow a 3-1 lead, it'll be Toronto, let's be honest.
Yeah, and Vasi's still undefeated.
Fuck Vasi. The next series we got up, Fleury records his 92nd playoff win. Well, more than Mr. Vasilevsky, if I may say so myself, Luke. But the Minnesota Wild defeat the Blues with a score of 5-1. Fleury leads them to his 92nd win. How do we feel about this series, boys? It's shaping out to be kind of even so far.
Didn't Kaprizov get a Hattie?
Listen.
Maybe. I don't know. I didn't watch the game.
One.
I can't watch your ball, Dylan.
No, he did not. He only got 1 goal.
Then that was the game before it. But either way,
one is definitely less than 3.
Well, I want to shout out him because then it was the game before it. I didn't know if it was game 2 or game 3 he got the Hattie.
The Blues forgot how to fucking score. They pop off 4-0 in game 1, get ripped 4-0 game 2, and get ripped 5-1 in game 3. What the fuck? Y'all are going to lose this series if y'all don't figure out how to score. But at the same time, I still have the Wild winning this, so I'm okay with it.
Yeah, Wild will win. Fuck
Wild West.
They can sing their blues.
Is shoving my worry about the Blues against the Wild a lot more down.
Definitely. All right, I know a lot of these games did not end in a 1-goal game, but on Thursday night, the Avalanche won in overtime. So that one was a close game.
Bro, I want to say this
Nashville
real quick.
still has yet to win a game in this
I just
series.
want to say this to start. Fucking Connor Ingram, first playoff start. Bro got no help. Bro was shot 48 out of 50 shots. That's how he saved them. I mean, he saved 48 out of 50 shots in his first career playoff start, and he lost. That's a damn shame, man. That's a great performance for Connor. I want to shout him out because unbelievable. But it sucks that he did as good as he did, and he made as many saves as he made, and played as great as he did, and still couldn't get that dub.
I'm pissed he played that good. I needed the Avs to hit a -1.5 fucking line so I could hit my lay.
Bro stood on his head all game.
Prevented it. Shake my head.
Shake my head. But definitely a good performance from the rookie goaltender in his first playoff game. In other news, the Panthers tie the series 1-1 against the Washington Capitals. This series could possibly go 7 if Washington plays as good a hockey as they've been playing. And this series, game 3 is taking place today. So get your bets in for game 3. Next up, we have one more sport that is also in the playoffs, and we have to update you on that one as well. So the NBA playoffs update, here we go. Starting with Philadelphia taking game 3. Philadelphia needed to win a game, and Joel Embiid was exactly what they needed to come back. Jesse, how do we feel?
I mean, the Heat are looking mad fraudulent after that game because Joel didn't even play that long. Like, I don't want to say this wrong because I feel like he only played like 18, 22 minutes. But just in case I'm wrong, give me 2 more seconds. Yep, the man played. Oh no, they didn't minute restrict him. He played all 30. He played 36. So yeah, no, that definitely shows me that.
Hey, you can't get mad at Jimmy B though. He did his thing.
He did his thing, but at the end of the day,
10 rebounds.
You throw the center and it changes up the game when it's someone like Joel Embiid, who we got in the MVP race, which NBA.com, when they first released the game script, and they're like, Kia MVP, Joel Embiid leads team in return. So I think they put out something on accident.
Well, Jesse, here's my thing is I feel like who should be second in Miami who for rebounding, for assists, for points, for being that second playmaker when you have Embiid on the court? There's no reason it shouldn't be Bam. Bam should be that next guy.
No, he can't. Joel is.
So you're telling me that Tyler Hero is got to be that number 2 guy?
Yes.
Off the bench?
Yes.
Yeah. Then the Heat are gonna lose the next 3-4 games in a row.
Like, don't get me wrong. They don't have
way
Kyle Lowry.
Beat Embiid with their main second guy who has to come off the bench. It's not happening.
Yeah, because
It's not happening.
he was getting buckets on DeAndre Jordan, but Joel Embiid's a whole nother animal at the end of the day.
I know, but you got it. But Bam has to play like he is their big man better than he is. Because if he doesn't,
But he can't.
and he plays mediocre like we know he is, Embiid's gonna baby him.
He's not. It's not even that he's mediocre.
Against Embiid, yes, he is. And that's just how it is. Most offensive players in the paint against Embiid, no matter what their skill level is, that shit drops against Embiid. It's like when you're in the paint with Giannis. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, he got to step up bigger. They're gonna lose this series.
I agree 100%. But I know that the next game that we got to go to is the one that also happened last night. Them boys, the Mavericks, and Luka Doncic finally got a fucking W, and they played great basketball.
You want to know why they got that W?
Because this man, CP3, couldn't hang on to the fucking basketball and had more turnovers than I've ever seen.
And they shot under 50%
Finally.
after 9 goddamn games.
It's about damn time. It feels good.
No,
But
8.
anyways.
8 games.
Luka Doncic, 26 points, 13 rebounds, 9 assists. He needed one more for that triple-double. Jalen Brunson, 28 points, 4 rebounds, 5 assists. He did his thing. He shot 7 for 7 on the free throws. The only person who really did anything who made any noise over there was Devin Booker with 18 points, 6 assists. But he shot 6 for 13, and when your best shooter is shooting 6 for 13, it's not very good. Hard to win games.
That's how they need to play, but we know how they play at
Hey,
home. So
Jesse,
this
what do
series
you
is gonna go
think-
7.
What do you think Dallas, Luka, like, what do you think their biggest thing is going to have to be to win this series?
Create turnovers and miss shots. That's all you can do.
Create turnovers is going to have to be their biggest thing now after what they've seen, and they know that they, with enough pressure, fucking look at Alvarado last series with CP3. That man had him clamped up. It really doesn't take a lot nowadays to clamp up CP3. I'm sorry. He has handles. He has moves. He can get off you. But I'm just saying, if you double him the right way.
Dog, he's been in a different bag these last couple games, though.
I know, but I've seen him break somebody this year. So it's hard to not, like.
Bro, when I was watching that last game and he was lighting up in the fourth quarter, I don't know what the fuck got into him. I don't know what ghost took him over.
That was ridiculous.
Balling like that nigga was in Charlotte. I don't know what got into him.
That was ridiculous.
He got them little moments.
But we got 2 game 3s today. We'll get some predictions going on here. Starting off with Boston and Milwaukee. Game 3. I believe this is the first game that is now in. Where are we going? Boston. I didn't remember. So we're now in Boston. We're home. Probably should have known off the seeing the first season that would be the home team, but my brain cells don't work on the most team, so it's hard to me. But Milwaukee and Boston. Jesse, I'll just start with you.
I don't even know anymore with these games. Both games were blowouts, so I have to assume this is going to be the close one.
That's what I'm thinking.
And when I look at it like that, Boston's home. Oh, no. They just played in Boston's home because Boston's the higher seed. So this is in Milwaukee.
I was going to take Milwaukee by a close game anyway, no matter who was home. That was how I was feeling because I think this is going to be a game where, what's his name? Tatum and Brown are going to be going. They're going to be the 2. But for some reason, I feel like there's going to be a game where they're going to be on their shit, right? Like how they've been every time they win, like when they're finding for 30 points or whatever. But it's not going to be enough. I think there's going to be a game where they're going to have that stat line, and you're still going to be sitting here going, hey, Jesse, how the fuck did they lose? Oh, yeah, because Giannis and Drew and fucking the Bucks just went insane. I really think there's going to be one of those games. That's the game I see happening tonight.
I was going to wear my Bucks jersey today because I feel that they're going to win.
So we both think the Bucks?
Yeah.
All right.
But then why didn't you wear the jersey?
I felt better in the Kamara.
Match the dude again.
No cap.
It
I
does,
just
to be honest with
I just felt better than Kamara. I don't know why.
But anyways, Tyler, I don't know why you're leaving. You better get back in here because you and Jesse have more of an argument going on about this game than I do.
You know who winning this game.
It's
Dylan, you know who winning this game. This cat, he got different ideas, but I know who's winning this game. I don't know who's winning this game. Without Dylan Brooks, Ja has to perform well. Jackson has to perform well. Bain has to perform well. We need the whole team on bullets. We got to load our clips and we got to empty. This is how I got to be.
I got one word for you right now. And that word is consistency. That is something that you get from your 3 in Golden State. That is something that you get from the bench in Memphis. That is not something that you get from Ja Morant in the playoffs. You don't get consistency.
Back to
back. You don't get it.
Back to back. We got to see what happened. What you mean?
Back to back what?
The last 2 games, he done balled.
Pretty good, but what happened before all that?
That's what I'm saying. So let's see what happened 3.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how many points he can get.
When he don't got his guy number 3,
he's gonna have to do it almost all by himself because the boys are not gonna be buzzing. All right, and you know who doesn't have to do it by themselves? Golden State, because they're all freaking Warriors in the sense of the name of the team and the sense of we are
on our squad than you do. Our bench depth kills yours. I'm not even about to talk about it.
We got Curry coming off the bench. He can outscore your entire bench.
It's not off the bench when he plays long enough to be a starter. It's cool.
It's cool. Easy. It don't matter. You can switch and sub all of them in there, and it's all the same. You're still losing. So, whatever. Game 3 predictions.
When we win by 7, don't come talking.
Yeah, okay. When you win by 7. When you lose by 10, I'll just walk up to you and ask you to shake your hand. You don't have to shake it.
Yours is out of disrespect in what you think you know, but I know.
Actually, Tyler, Curry isn't coming off the bench anymore. That's now Jordan Poole's role.
And you know what? It's interchangeable. It's the best part.
I mean, here's my thing. If Klay decides that he wants to finally play playoff basketball, I have the Warriors. But because Klay has continuously decided that he doesn't want to show up and shoot 2 for 12 behind the 3 and 3 for 13, and I'm taking the Grizzlies in game 3.
Well, here's the thing. Klay doesn't have to shoot a million shots in to win the game.
He just has to learn how to make
it. Because they have fucking 3 other players that can do it instead. So it's fine.
You really
They'll get the ball to him.
Poole and Klay.
And he can facilitate.
Wait.
Are you talking about Wiggins?
Who's the 3? You have Curry and Poole to help. Who's the 3rd?
Wiggins. Wiggins can help. If he picks it up and Klay's not doing it, yeah. You're laughing like Wiggins is not a good basketball player.
I'm laughing like you think Wiggins is going to be that guy who's going to help like that.
He ain't no shooter. He
steps up if someone's
Game
not
1 when they
there.
had a clutch moment, the Denver series when they were in that fucking Denver game.
The Denver series that they won.
They needed one
bucket
when
they cremated them.
And they had 3 seconds. And
they cremated that team.
And they decided
they cremated them.
I'm not talking
it doesn't
about
matter.
Tyler.
I don't give a fuck. It's a team sport, not a fucking individual sport.
Wiggins can't hit a simple duck all by himself.
It's a team sport. He doesn't fucking have to.
He got that shit immediately intercepted. I don't know why Wiggins looked at as
if he gets a lob intercepted, that's not his fault.
It's Klay. It's Curry. I don't think Wiggins is shit on
If you get a lob intercepted, it's not your fault.
What happened to play right before it, Ty? Wide open one-handed.
I don't know, Dylan. What happened?
He missed the open dunk.
That happens. In basketball, that happens all the time. They're not fucking making every shot. It's basketball. That's why you get paid millions of dollars if you're good, because you can't just fucking make every shot.
I'd put Peyton Jr. over him, but he's injured.
You can't put him in. So who cares? It's irrelevant. He's out.
Hey, Wiggins has been the best defender for the Warriors this series. Andrew
exactly.
I'm not talking about offense.
Because of his defensive aspects, and he's been able
to pick at least like offense,
16 to 20 points. But
that's not true. He's not putting up 20 points a game.
He put 20. I said 16 to 20 points.
Dylan's a hater. You can't stop this
Because
train.
I was so mad at this
Test game.
dude. There's no way.
You can't stop it.
But
Hey, you
I
got
think
lucky. I was 16. Watch this one.
they need Clay. They need Clay to play solid in order to win the series. This game for game, shit can happen, but he's got to step it up. He can't play like this all series and expect to win.
Dylan, if you need to bring out specific stat lines all the time, like 16 points, 9 rebounds, 2 assists, a steal, and a block
20.
is not bad.
I know. I'm back in game 1 of Denver.
Which doesn't matter.
I know. I'm just seeing how he's been doing this series. Or
That's not this series.
I said the playoffs. I meant.
All right, so we're gonna end this fucking podcast because that's all we have to talk about. We've finished all the playoffs and all these sports news that we have to update you on.
All right, Jesse, you're lucky because it's all 16, 17s. Yeah. All right. I got a 9.
He's lucky because he
I only
reads the
got
numbers.
1 9 and
He
1.
doesn't
I got him in my dome.
I got 1 9 and 1 13, but the rest are 16, 17s.
Yeah, Jesse doesn't just assume. Jesse knows. So with that being said, thanks for joining us on today's podcast, Ride the Tide Sports Podcast, Season 2, Episode 30. If you guys need to catch up on past episodes or check out any of the other podcasts that Six Pack Coverage has to offer, make sure you check out sixpackcoverage.com today or tomorrow or next week or maybe, last week you already did. You can go on there again and check it out some more because there's always new stuff coming out on sixpackcoverage.com. We'll see you guys next Wednesday back on the podcast. Until then, make sure you guys get those bets in for UFC 274 tonight and definitely watch the NBA playoffs because
Don't bet
me and
Gaethje.
Jesse are going to be beefing.
Don't bet Warriors
It is what it is.
because
If you want to ride me and make some money,
you'll lose your money.
Don't bet Tyler tonight. Do not bet Tyler's bet tonight. Fade his
Tyler
ass
is
all
wild.
the way. Fade his ass all the way.
they're hating because
Oh!
Wait, what just happened?
See you later, motherfucker.
Luke, did you get
Did you hit him, Luke?
Oh,
No way. This is a
what
great moment.
happened?
We got to close this out before he comes back. Thank you guys for watching Ride the Tide Sports Podcast. It has been a fucking...